You're going to be researching different diseases and their vaccines. So for this one, I did a presentation on COVID. Okay, this is kind of like an example for you. None of you can do COVID because I just did it. So here I have some information about it. You're going to have certain things. Let me see. Here is the template that you guys will have. So this is the information that you would have. And then I gave you kind of like a template to fill out. So just in case you guys want to, like you want to make sure you get everything. You don't have to keep it this way. You can move the boxes around. You can put different shapes. You can color them different things. You do have to add some theme or color or design to your presentation, so you can't leave it just white, okay? So the one I did, this one of the things you'll have to talk about is the actual name of the vaccine for the Pfizer vaccine that came out before, not the newest one. It's BNT162b2. You might only find the vaccine name, and it might be just MMR or something like that. That's okay too. The type of vaccine, information about the different types. So the reason COVID is so exciting is it's a new type of vaccine. It's called the mRNA vaccine. And it basically sends mRNA, you know, the stuff that we were taking from DNA, and the ones with the U, takes that and it gives you the information for your cells on how to build the protein. Once your cells build that protein, they recognize it as like, uh-oh, this isn't part of our body, and they build antibodies to attack it. The reason that these vaccines are so awesome, or like that it's like new technology, is that they're non-infectious because you don't actually have the DNA of the protein, like to make the whole thing. You can't get sick from these. Unlike if you have, for example, like you might have a dead or virus or a live virus or something, you might get sick. These, they're non-integrating. They won't become part of your DNA because you don't have any DNA of the virus. You have only RNA of the virus. And they're also more efficient. This is why they can make these a lot faster. You're going to have to tell me how do vaccines work. You're going to have to show me maybe some symptoms, a picture of someone with that, the symptoms of your disease that it cures, and then the schedule means when should people take it. Do they take one dose? Do they take two doses? Is it in a certain time of year? Like if, for example, the flu vaccine, they want, most of the time they give you the flu vaccine in like September, October, November. And then any side effects. And then your resources. You want to make sure for your resources that you use sites that are not fake. There are still a lot of people that are anti-vaxxers because they believe in fake science. It's not real. There have been many, many, many studies that have debunked the thing that vaccines cause autism. It is not true at all. There is no science to support it. And the person who first said that was a doctor who lost his license because he lied. So just to make very clear, okay, do not use any sources. Some of them are even .orgs that were like, oh, vaccines can cause this and can cause that. Especially if they say something about the mercury in them, because it's not pure mercury, it's a mercury compound, which is a lot different. For example, if sodium, if you guys, you know, sodium chloride table salt, if you were to eat just sodium, you would die because it's toxic to you. If you were to breathe just chlorine, you would die because it's horribly toxic. But when you put them together, you bond them, they make salt, and you need salt to survive. So you need to be very careful about your sources. Here, I put some like websites that you can go to get some information. These have a lot of good information for you, so you can use these as well. But if you need to research, like Google something, just make sure that the website is like a .gov, the World Health Organization. It could even be like a newspaper or a science magazine. Like for example, I used in mindnature.com. I also use businessinsider.com. So just so you guys know, okay, it has to be like something that has to be double checked. It can't just be somebody's blog. So that's what you guys are doing tomorrow. You're going to start working on your vaccine project. The way, if you do not have a substitute, the way I will take attendance is when I assign this to you, I can see, so like for example, today you have this, right? I can see if you have done anything. So every time, sorry, Michaela, I'm using yours. But I can see if you've even been on, if you even looked at it or anything like that. So those of you who don't do any work, tomorrow when I give you guys one of these copies, who don't do anything to it, then you're gonna be counted absent. If you do something during class to it, then you'll be present. But you really wanna get it started because you only have tomorrow and Friday to turn it in, okay?